Hello guys, what is up? I'm Wes and I'm back again for another podcast. Episode 50, we're almost at the whole year mark. Just 2 more weeks and then we're done. And like I said, we'll put this podcast on hold for a little bit because I need to get my life sorted and other things sorted, but it's fine, it's good. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, just a quick one before we jump in. As I mentioned last week, if you haven't watched that episode, I talked about the Truth in Science Summer School, which is very quickly approaching. It's like less than 2 weeks away. If you'd like to go, please book on. It's going to be amazing. Just go onto the website, truthinscience.co.uk. It's going to be great. It'll be great. So yeah, that's the Truth in Science Summer School. Let's jump in with Wes, but before I do that, I'm gonna have a little sip on my tea because I just made a cup of tea. Ah, that is fantastic. Oh, that's good tea. Wow, it's been a while since I sat down with a cup of tea on one of these episodes. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Where's Wes? Where have I been? What have I been doing? So yeah, this week's been pretty good, to be honest. I've been doing well, I'd say a fair amount with a few different people. We're gonna jump into a lot of it with where Wes says, but yeah, I've been out and about doing different things, seeing different friends. Last night was pretty fun. We had Jack and Noemi had a couple of people around. We played a board game. Well, we had a board games night and food. It was good. Man, you know what? I've missed board gaming so much while we've been in lockdown. Like this whole coronavirus thing. I used to have a board games evening like every week, and a D&D evening like nearly every week too. Oh man, I missed it, and I've been playing so many good games recently, and I'm just dying to get out and just play more games with people. So if you're interested in playing some games with me, please get in contact because I'd love to play some games with anyone. But yeah, I've been enjoying board games. There's a game I got for my birthday called Polite Society, which is based on Jane Austen's works, and oh my days, I played it for the first time the other week, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I've been desperate to play it again with someone, but in my house, it's like, nah, I don't know, not everyone likes the kind of games that I enjoy, but it was a good game. I'd highly recommend anyone who's a fan of Jane Austen go and play it. So there's that. Yeah, trying to think, what else have I been doing this week? Wait, when did I get the last episode out? Was it? It was in the midweek somewhere. Yeah, we were gonna go to the Lake District on Saturday yesterday, but it was raining really bad, so that's why the plans changed. But yeah, that's kind of where's not really got anything super interesting for you. Just been meeting up with friends. I watched a couple of films this week. That's been pretty good. Couple of films. Oh, I can't remember who they were by, but they're all by the same guy, and it's got each one of them had Michael. Is it Michael Shannon? There was one of them was called Mud, one called Midnight Special, and one of them called, I think, Take Shelter. They were really good films. Recommend them to anyone who loves films. Go and watch them. Yeah, watch them films. Yeah, let's jump into Wes Says. So now, guys, for anyone who doesn't know my past, a few years ago, I used to absolutely love going out and exploring abandoned buildings with a couple of friends, and it's always been a good laugh and a good time. Jack's one of the guys who we always go out exploring buildings together. Let me just have another sip of my tea. Oh, that's so good. Oh, guys, go and get yourself a cup of tea if you can. Oh, delicious. That's probably the best cup of tea I've made in a long time. Well, I don't mean to say that in a way that I make bad cup of teas, but like, flip me, this is a good cup of tea. But yeah, I used to go exploring abandoned buildings a lot, and I kind of retired from that, I would say, like back in, I think it was 2018 maybe, or 2000 and, yeah, it would have been, No, it would have been 2000 and... Actually, I don't know. It was either in the later end of 2017 or the big earlier earlier start of 2018. 2017, 2018. I retired it because we went to this mental asylum in Wales, in Denbigh, which is it's good fun going around there and having a look around and stuff. But it was something happened. It was a bit stupid, and basically there was like a bunch of other people there. And if you want me to talk about that specifically, I will do on another episode. But it was a long story, and flip me, I just can't be bothered. Well, getting into it right now. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna go exploring buildings ever again, and that was that. And I didn't for a very long time until last week when Alex, Jack's brother, he was like, well, he asked a few of us if we wanted to go and find some buildings and explore them and stuff, because he found a couple of them and he was like, had a huge interest for it. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go, because the last time I went, yeah, that doesn't bother me anymore. I'll go now. And so we went to a place called Pool Park Asylum, which was pretty crazy, and then went back to Denbigh and showed him. It was fun. And then a really good friend of mine, we used to go exploring abandoned buildings all the time together. Like, well, it was, yeah, we used to do it like loads. We went loads of different places. It was a bit crazy, but yeah, they had this friend of mine had a sister who was also very like, well, I think I went out with her like twice maybe, but yeah, she got in contact and she was like, oh yeah, do you want to go and explore an abandoned building? I was like, definitely. So we went to an abandoned orphanage in Preston last week, which was crazy, but it was really, well, it was creepy going around because it was like loads of letters from like children, like, I don't know, it was like, well, it was an orphanage, it's creepy stuff, and there was like old pictures, and oh, it was weird, it's creepy, but it was like, you get like a bit of an adrenaline rush, like a thrill going around, and it is a bit spooky. Yeah, and then last Friday, Friday night, we went out to another place called I think it was Kimnell Hall, or it's either Kimnell Hall or Kinmel Hall, one of the two. Went around there, and now that is a really cool place. Like, it's huge and it's like fairly intact, to be honest. And that was really interesting going around the whole place there. Something really funny happened because we were going down this long path in the middle of like this woods on both sides. Oh, by the way, a little bit of information. We always go at night time, and we were walking down, and Jack, we saw this car like headlights like kind of turn on the road, and he got like a bit scared, and well, we were all a bit like, flip, oh, his car. It's like if they saw us, they'd be like, what are you doing? Like, I think it was like probably midnight. Doing at midnight, walking down this road in the dark. We just dove head first, Jack, into these bushes, and then the car went past us like completely. It didn't even come near us. And then out of nowhere, we just heard Jack go, "Help me!" And then I was looking for him, and I shined my torch down, and he was wrapped around some brambles. He dove head first into brambles. It's like so stupid, but it was hilarious at the same time. Like no, I don't know. It's just so dumb that he did that. I was like, what the heck are you doing? But so funny at the same time. But yeah, it was just a bit stupid. But yeah, it was funny, and it was again like an adrenaline rush going around and exploring the place, and it was all being creepy. But to be honest, really, I'd like to read like a bit more on the history behind these buildings and stuff, and I think it'd be fun. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be like going around abandoned buildings as much as I used to when I was, well, a few years back. But like I said, I don't know. You get some people, they do things like, I don't know, bungee jumping or what other, I don't know, like skydiving, things like that, you know, thrill seekers. For me, going around these buildings is a bit of a thrill because it's like, oh, I don't know, you just don't know what to expect, and it's just a bit spooky. But yeah, I mean, some people will see it as dangerous. I mean, yeah, it is probably dangerous. Like, could hurt yourself, I guess. Like, but again, it is what it is. Right, another sip of my tea. Oh, that is so good. Oh, flip me, guys, it's amazing. But yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd say that I'm no longer in the retirement thing, I guess. Um, yeah, just tell you a little bit about it. I said I'd get 2 episodes out this week, so this is why it's just a bit of a short episodes. That's what I mean. I need to have a break from this because I keep saying, "Oh, short episode," but yeah, if there's anything you want me to talk about on the next 2 episodes, anything big or anything like that, you know, anything fun, just let me know because it'll be good to do that, and I'll definitely be up for it. And if you've got plans for the future podcast, like series 2, you know, whatever, let me know about that. Anyway, that's kind of Wes Says. I want to close with some wise words of Wes, and this is really a bit more of a heart to heart with you all, I guess, because earlier today I actually found out that there was a young girl from Wigan who killed herself quite recently, and to be honest, that it upset me reading about it. I didn't know who the girl was, but it was to do with depression, and you know, yeah, just it's really upsetting, guys, and it made me think back to just over a year ago, like going on 2 years now. Well, a year and a half. I went through a really bad stage of depression, and man, it was very, very difficult time for me. But what helped me the most through them times was being around friends, and also just continuing to just spend time in God's word and continuing to pray to Him, and it really helped me through it. And I don't want anybody to go through what I went through, to be honest. Like, I always used to think depression was just this thing that you'd be like, oh, just come on, you're just a bit sad or whatever, and you can help yourself, or you know, just come out, be alright. But until it happened to me, and I went through that, it was just for me, it's just a whole another story. It's difficult. That's probably it is. It's the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my whole life. Thankfully now I'm out of it. I'm doing so much better, like so much better than what I was, and it's only because of being able to speak to people about things and speaking to God about it. That really helps me, I believe, and I'd really advise and say to anyone if they're out there and you might be feeling depressed or going through some things, I'd really say don't just continue to bottle these things up or keep them to yourself, because it might be difficult to talk about them with someone, but talking to someone about them really could be the best thing that you could ever do. Well, and I believe it. Well, I actually believe it will be good for you. And some people, they might not know how to deal with it, but if you've really got a friend or someone who loves you, they'll be able to help you with it. And yeah, I'd advise you to do that, because I don't want anybody to think about taking their life. It's really, I don't know, guys. It's just really that the thought of it is just really heartbreaking to me, and I don't want anybody to. Yeah, I don't want anybody to go through difficult things, but things happen in life. Things do get us down. Things, there's depression is a thing. It's real, especially going through the whole thing where I was looking at in uni last year, this project about mental well-being and depression and links to social media and technology and things. It's huge, it's staggering, and it's heartbreaking. It really is. And guys, I'd just say speak out about these things. Don't Don't keep them to yourselves, and speak to people you feel comfortable around. That's really the best thing. Yeah, that would just be what I'd say to you guys as my wise words, and I hope, yeah, you know what, guys, I'm going to end this episode now, but I hope you have a good week. If you are struggling with things, I'd say push on, speak to people about it, and, I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for people who listen to this podcast, and praying for your lives. Pray that you'd really know the love of God and be blessed. And if you listen to this and you don't know Christ and you don't know Him as your Savior, I'd say really pick up a Bible and spend time reading about Him, because He could change your life like He's changed mine. Yeah, thank you very much for listening, guys. I also want to say before we end, just a bit of a shout out really to a very close friend of mine. Just want to say a happy birthday to you. You know who you are if you're listening to this. And if you're not listening to this, and you listen to it later because I told you about it, then, yeah, you're a bit of a mongo. But happy birthday. But yeah, see you all later, guys. Until next time, cheery bye.